Okay, the areas that I wanted to improve on that I picked out for the future was procrastination and being a self-motivated starter. I came up with a lot of ways in how I think I can improve on those things. So I'll just start with procrastination. But before I do that, I just wanted to share the actual meaning of procrastination that I found in my source because I thought it was cool. It's been said that procrastination is not laziness, that is a misguided sense of activity rooted in low tolerance for frustration and failure. If we perceive an activity to be unachievable, we tend to avoid that discomfort through diversion. So it's just saying really it's not really laziness. Just if you think like a task or activity is hard, you just really don't want to do it, then you're really not going to be motivated to do it. So I really just took my ways I came up with and I just rooted it off that. So the first one I came up with is that I actually use this already. Is that just if you put your devices or any distractions away for just like 5 minutes, and you just give yourself just a little bit of time to start your project or whatever you need to do, it just really helps because I feel like the hardest part of starting something is just the hardest part of doing something is just by starting it. So I feel like once you get into it, it's just way easier because you're gonna, at least for me, I'd want to finish it more than to go on video games or my phone at that point. I just want to get it over with. And another way is just by setting alarms for myself because I know a lot of times why I don't get my work done in a lot of different situations is just because I'm just a forgetful person. I forget to do a lot of things. So if I set alarms for myself on when I know I won't be busy, like after dinner or like my downtime, like I know that I'll be able to do it then. And even if I don't want to do it then, I can just use the strategy I talked about earlier. And then another thing is the source I could use. I talked about earlier with the definition. I like that source. So that's another way. And the last thing for procrastination I came up with is just by telling people, just asking people to remind you. Like I know if I tell my mom I need to do something, she will make me do it by the due date. So I can definitely rely on her to get it done. Just by telling people, telling friends. Like I know friends might not even be that reliable, but if you're doing like a group project, like they're doing the same thing as you, they'll probably eventually remind you. Probably say it in school or something, and then you'll get reminded, and then you won't forget. So then on to self-motivated starter. This one's not really a huge problem for me, but I don't really know what else to put. So, but I still want to work on it. So some of the ways I'll try to improve on that is just the first one is just by focusing on the good things and like the satisfaction you'll get from completing it. Because I feel like if you just focus on that, you'll be way more motivated. Because some tasks, even like small ones, even if you get those done, it's a lot more. It's really satisfying to me just getting those done, knowing that you don't have to do it in the future. So just focusing on that really motivated me. Another way is I can just work on spreading the time throughout the day because I know if I wait till the last day, I'm not gonna want to do it at all. I'm gonna be dreading it so much. It's gonna be probably the only thing I'm thinking about all day is just working on that thing probably for like right after I get to school till I go to sleep. So instead of doing that, you can just spread out the day, spread out the work throughout the days. So you just do like 10 or 20 minutes a day for like 2 weeks. So you won't really be not wanting to do it because it'll be just so easy, just like 10 to 20 minutes. And the last thing, another thing is it's way easier for me to work in a group. So when I'm in by myself, I really don't want to do it. So it's by relying on others, like I said earlier, to tell you to like do stuff, or if you're in a group, like tell you to do stuff on time, like your friends. It just really helps a lot, in my opinion. So yeah, in the future, I'm gonna try to use all these things to help me out, procrastination and self motivation. Yeah.